Hey guys, gals, and legionnaires, Rycon here coming at you with a quick update video, the first update that I have released since I have been gone, and I'm at the end of my holiday now. I'm going to be traveling back to New Zealand from Orlando, and it's going to be a long trip. We've got a almost 2.5 hour flight from Orlando to Houston, and then from Houston it's another 14 hours back to New Zealand. Now because of the time, I'm going to lose a day in between as well, because we're traveling back into the future. We've been living in the past while we've been here, but we are going back to the future, and that's what we're going to be doing. However, you might be able to tell with my voice, I have managed to catch the flu while I'm here, so unfortunately poor Charlotte has been a lot worse than me, but we've been fighting through the last few days to kind of get through with this flu, but I think the worst of it has passed for me, so hopefully that means when I get back I'm going to be able to get stuck right back on into things. Fingers crossed. Otherwise, sometimes when my throat is like this, it just makes Leon sound even more of a badass, so I guess that's okay. We'll see how I am when I get back, because after, what's nearly going to be 24 hours of flying with layovers in between, I'm going to be a little rough. But we are going straight into a weekend in New Zealand. I think we're getting back on the Thursday. So yeah, we should be able to get things rolling again relatively quickly, but you will notice that there will be a little bit of a content gap, a little air bubble in there, just because essentially I have content right up until this Thursday when I'm back, and actually a few days afterwards for some things, but for a lot of things they require me to just jump back onto. Like Zealand, for example. Zealand is going to be delayed by about a day. I'm going to be working on editing that the evening of when I get back. I'm going to be getting back about 5 AM in the morning, so I'm going to be a little rough. But I'm going to try and power through that day, just so I don't get jet lag. And I'm going to be editing Zealand, and you're going to have that in your subscription feed before long. But I will release an update about that as well on both Facebook and Twitter, just letting you know when that's going to be coming out. But it is going to be delayed, so unfortunately it's not going to be out when it would usually be out. Probably a day, I think. I think it's looking about a day delay, but it just depends what kind of state I am in when I get back. But yeah, I have to tell you, I'm excited to get back. I'm excited to get creating. While I've been over here, it's funny, as soon as I step away from the computer, that's when I get a million ideas flowing into my head. And those of you who are up to date with Leon's Tale will know that we left at a really interesting point in his story. So we've got some pretty cool things to explore with him when I do return. And there are some even cooler things that are coming back as well. I've seen that you've all been loving Frost as well, which is fantastic. I'm really enjoying playing it as well. So we're going to get stuck right back on into that as well. And you probably will see some more episodes of that per week. I'm just going to see how things kind of match up. I tried to make it split out as much as possible while I've been away, so that's why it hasn't been as frequent as I would like it to be. But there's going to be a little bit of a content overhaul when I get back. You're going to have RimWorld coming back as well with a new series. I am going to be trying to recover some of the older stuff as well, but it's not looking good with all of those mods. I've learned a lesson about backing up everything before these big updates happen, but I don't think we're going to have another beta update for a while. So we've got a good long run before I have to worry about backing up all of the mods that we're going to be using. But this is going to be a very different series than we've done before. I am going to be using mods in this one as well, but a specific set of mods as well. And I think it's going to be quite cool and quite timely. So yeah, I'll update you on that more before it comes out, so you know what to expect. But I think that's pretty much all I've got to update you on. Just trying to run through my kind of mental notes to see if there's anything else that I've missed out on. But no, I don't think there is, other than the town hall, which I will be announcing, and that's probably going to be happening in the weekend my time if I'm not super dead. So it's probably going to end up being the Saturday for most of you in the States, and in that kind of time zone for anyone that's in the Australian, New Zealand time zone, that's going to be the Sunday, and it is going to be around about the same time that I usually have them, but I'm going to be releasing that as well. And thanks to the community feature that we now have on YouTube, I'm going to be able to post the times there as well, which is awesome, because I know some of you don't use Facebook or Twitter, and that means that you'll be able to get those updates the same way that you could, anywhere else. And if you don't like those kind of updates, I know a lot of YouTubers are using the community tab now because it's just appeared. If you don't like it, you can turn it off. It's a feature that you can do individually for YouTubers, which I recommend you do, rather than just blanket getting rid of it, because there can be some really interesting or useful information that people can share through the community tab, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. We are going to be doing a Zealand live stream as well, but that's probably not going to be happening this weekend just because there will be a little bit too much going on, and we are coming up closer to Christmas, so it's going to be a little difficult to get some of the guys together as well. But I'd like to do one at the end of the year at the very least, because we are coming to the end of Season 1 of Zealand. Yeah, I can't say too much about where it goes, where it ends, and who's still there at the end, because this is going to be a hell of a chapter. I warn you, this chapter that we're going through at the moment, Life on the Rock, is not easy. It is not easy at all. And we're going to have some more updates around Zealand, the game itself as well, going into the new year. We're getting closer to the actual launch itself, so we're going to have a lot of information, a lot of artwork, and a lot of details coming out about that very, very soon as well. So you have a lot of things to be excited about, but I think that's about going to wrap me up for today's update. Thank you all for sitting and listening. I have been Rycon, you have all been awesome, and until next time, stay tuned.